快來就快來！阿美，
家駒你點啊？
唔使理我，快啲翻公事包。
哦。
死啦！轉頭！快啲！哦。
Because Muhammad says if anybody changes his religion, kill him, and the Quran says that you can soothe your heart by fighting the unbelievers and so on.
So Robert, can we hear from Brother Rashid for one? Brother Rashid, go for it. What's on your mind?
Because this concerns me. Do you believe I should be put to death?
I believe that the punishment for apostasy in a correct Islamic state is death. I believe that that's the correct... Let me finish. Let me just respond, sir. I believe that that is the correct punishment which has been revealed by God both in the Quran and the Bible.
وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ لَفَرِيقًا يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُم بِالْكِتَابِ لِتَحْسَبُوهُ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَيَقُولُونَ هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون.
And for Robert to turn around
I asked you.
Let me finish.
I asked you, do you believe I should be killed today?
And I answered you, sir.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
Yes or no?
I answered you.
I think he said yes.
Yeah,
I said.
Yeah, you answered me.
In a proper Islamic jurisdiction, an Islamic nation, all of the laws of Islam and the Sharia as revealed by God should be applied.
So if we were in that kind of state, would you do it?
Including
I'm not the one that
with proper due process, with a proper court hearing, just like any nation of laws, the laws of the Sharia should be applied, including the death penalty for not only apostates, but also blasphemers.
You didn't answer me, yes or no?
We did answer.
Yes, we did answer.
Yeah, so I should be killed.
We did answer.
I deserve to be killed because I left Islam and became a Christian.
According to Islamic law, an apostate like you would be killed, yes.
Okay, thank you.
And according to the
let
Bible,
me.
وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ لَفَرِيقًا يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُم بِالْكِتَابِ لِتَحْسَبُوهُ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَيَقُولُونَ هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون.
من سب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مش فلا توبة له، لا يقبل منه ويقتل حتى لو تاب. والفقهاء كلامهم معروف ومدون في كتبهم أن من سب رب العالمين يستتاب، فإن لم يتب قتل، ومن سب النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يستتاب لا يستتاب
ويقتل
حتى لو تاب.
نعم.
وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ لَفَرِيقًا يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُم بِالْكِتَابِ لِتَحْسَبُوهُ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَيَقُولُونَ هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون.
But obviously I'm very...
I'll just go over it quickly, just in case people can't hear properly. The guy on the right, he's got a friend who left apparently Islam, which is yesterday's video should tell you what Islam is. Left Islam. Let's just carry on the way they actually think Islam is. He left Islam and then he actually taught him. His friend taught him or brought him into Islam, and then he left. Basically, where it is.
Compared to someone like yourself.
I don't know about that. You might be surprised. Go on,
Okay, so I'll start with one of his first questions. It's regarding the apostasy law. Now, just before I ask, correct me if I'm wrong. So obviously the apostasy law applies for someone who's already a Muslim. They leave Islam, but they have a 3-day waiting period, right? And if it's the case they don't come back to Islam after that 3-day waiting period, is it the case that they're simply executed, or is it looked at in a case-by-case study? It's not just black or white like that.
So it definitely is not a black and white issue.
Okay, he said it's not a black and white issue, yeah? Black or white issue.
And so many things are taken into consideration. Now the interesting thing is that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, even at that time there were people who were apostates and they weren't executed. There were people who were worse than apostates, because we're told that the people who will be at the lowest part of hell will be the hypocrites. And at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, he knew who the hypocrites were, and he gave that list to a Sahabi, a companion. So after the Prophet passes away, that these people should not get authority or leadership.
Who was that companion?
The name of the companion escapes me.
Okay.
But inshallah,
I'll type it up.
We'll try and put that.
Now, I have to stop him here, okay? That's what I always say, right? Islam has nothing to do with these people. I'm talking about, these people are Sunnis, okay? Let's clarify, all right? Let's free some words, all right? First of all, the word Islam, which as I made a video about yesterday, it means peace, all right? So you can't leave peace. You can't say I'm an ex-Muslim. You really just, and if you're not Muslim, you're a criminal, right? That's what the Quran said, right? And second of all, these people are Sunnis. This is like, I keep saying it, it's an Arab religion, right? Islam is not a religion. So Sunnism and Shiism is, part of it is Arabs, and the other one is the Iranis and all that, yeah? Right? But they are religion, right? Because you have to perform, you have to go to mosques, you have to go to these places, you have to follow other people, you have to follow the saying of the Prophet, and all this confusion, right? That is religion, right? But Islam has none of that, okay? You have a book, you study it, you practice it by choice, right? Now he said, let's listen to him because I've got things to say.
On the video, the link on the video, inshallah. So the Sahabi was given the list. Now the second Khalif, Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu, he went to this Sahaba knowing that he's got this list. And the Prophet told him, he said that the Prophet told him not to disclose the list to anybody.
So basically, the Prophet knew who the hypocrites were, and he asked this Sahabi to write a list. He gave him a list, and he told him not to tell anyone. And we are talking about it now, right? Because if the Prophet told him not to tell anyone about the list, all of a sudden people know about the list. Right? It's just listen to this. None of it from the Quran, right? None of it from the Quran. This is just stories from the past, right? And they don't make no sense, right? Carry on.
So Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu said, okay, I don't want to know who is on the list or for you to give me any names. I just want to know that I'm not on the list.
Okay, now this Sahabi, his name is Umar ibn Khattab. You know him; he's the greatest, and he's everything, and he's almost better than the Prophet sometimes, and all that. Heard about the list. I don't know where from. Okay, so there's people you don't trust here. The Prophet trusted someone with something, and then he went and told everyone for the Umar ibn Khattab to hear about this. And then the worst part, he came and asked him. He told him, "I don't want to know who's on the list. I just want to know if I'm on the list." All right. So this great man doesn't know if he's a hypocrite or not. All right. So he had doubt about himself for being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? If you're not a hypocrite, you're not going to ask that. You're not a hypocrite. It's nothing to do with me. I'm being good, right? Why would I worry about if I'm on the list, right? This is Umar ibn Khattab, yeah? This is a Sahabi I'm supposed to follow as well. And that guy is smiling because obviously these people think, at the beginning, you know the guy on the right? He told him because you have so much knowledge. So you already have so much respect from him. Do you know what I'm saying? He already thinks he's better than him. So whatever he's going to tell him now, the guy's just going to smile.
He was concerned about himself. Now, what that shows us is that there are clearly nuances. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat the issue.
Before we get to that, all right, there's two things here. Right? Let me see in the Quran if the Prophet knew about the hypocrites. Right? Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9, verse 101. Okay, this is the revelation, right? This is God's words here. Among the Arabs around you, there are hypocrites. Also, among the city dwellers, there are those who are accustomed to hypocrisy. You do not know them. You do not know them. You do not know them. Okay? But we know them. We will double the retribution for them. Then they end up committed to a terrible retribution. Right. So God is telling the Prophet, I know them, you don't know them. I'm going to double retribution for them while they're still alive. And then after their death, they're going to be committed to a terrible retribution. He didn't tell him nothing. He didn't tell him the names. He didn't tell him absolutely nothing. Okay? The Prophet didn't know there was hypocrites from the Arabs, Sahaba, okay, and the people in the Medina. We are Sahaba as well, right? So, and this guy, Sunni guy with the Hadith, came and destroyed this verse altogether. All right, carry on.
A person who rejects Islam publicly after the 3-day waiting period in a country where there is indeed Sharia law, there isn't one today, could they be executed? The answer to that is yes.
Okay, if there is this Sharia law, right? So this Sharia law apparently is to practice the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay? Simples, right? Let's just say this guy here, he's a minister in a country that has Sharia law, right? Okay. So he's supposed to work with the Quran and the Sunnah. As a Sunni, yeah? Not say as a Muslim, yeah? As a Sunni, yeah? That's what they say, right? He's saying here, someone changes his religion, you kill him. Because why? We have a hadith of the Prophet that said, whoever changes his religion, kill him. Simples. There's no more, no less. This is the hadith. This is the basis hadith. He didn't say there is black or grey or white. No. Black or white. Whoever changes his religion, kill him. So this guy, right? If he was a minister, he would actually work with that law. He will definitely work with that hadith, but he will not work with the Quran. Because in the Quran, which is Islam, not Sunnism, chapter 18, verse 29, this is the truth from your Lord. Then whoever wills, let him believe, and whoever wills, let him disbelieve. And another chapter from the Quran, chapter 4, verse 137. Those who believe, then disbelieve, then believe, then disbelieve, then plunge deeper into disbelief, God will not forgive them, nor will he guide them in any way. All right. Did God, he said, ask us to kill them? Please, all right? This is from the Quran, all right? This is not from the Arab books, all right? Sunni books, all right? This is the Quran, which means peace, all right? You do not touch them. You do not kill them. Look, these people believed, and then disbelieved, and then believed, and then disbelieved, and then he plunged into disbelief. Do you know what I'm saying? Look how terrible is this. Look how deeply gone, right? And God did not ask you to kill him, because he said, whoever chooses to believe, he can believe. Whoever chooses not to believe, he doesn't believe. Simple. The Quran is simple. Peace. Peace, harmony. Look, believe whatever you want. It's up to you. You make up your own mind. All right? If you're going to believe, you have to believe. You have to sincerely believe. If you don't want to believe, don't believe. Simple, isn't it? Let's carry on.
The thing here is, it's not unique to Islam. It exists in Christianity and Judaism. That's the first thing.
Okay, now I have to stop him because I've got another verse. He said, this is not new to Islam. So killing and apostasy, it's not in Islam, it's in other books. Right? Okay, now, let's read, because they think, if it's in other books here, where is it in the Quran? Where is it in the Quran? Because he said, you trying to make a claim, but you're using other scriptures. You're not using the Quran. Yes, because just listen to what God said. Listen, because this is really, these people really get on my nerves, because they're either very, very stupid and ignorant and they're just lost, or they're doing it on purpose, all right? Because they actually messed everything up. They confuse people with other books that these people don't even believe in the Quran anymore, all right? And they twist it, they distort the Quran. That's exactly what God said that you will do. Right? You're distorting the Quran with your books, yeah? And then you actually coming up with these excuses that, because it's in other books. So, if it's in the other books, does it have to be in our book? In our book, there isn't killing anyone, man. If you kill someone, you're in trouble. You only do protect yourself and defend yourself. Right? You only defend yourself. You don't go out there and then start punching people or screaming at them or threatening them or anything. No, you peaceful person, man.
وَإِنَّ مِنْهُمْ لَفَرِيقًا يَلْوُونَ أَلْسِنَتَهُم بِالْكِتَابِ لِتَحْسَبُوهُ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَيَقُولُونَ هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ وَمَا هُوَ مِنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ ويقولون على الله الكذب وهم يعلمون